Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So right now we have some videos that are coming out of UC Berkeley. This is from Sky News Australia. Protests over Turning Point USA campus event descends into chaos and multiple arrests are made. Now this is while Turning Point USA tour is closing out. It's made its final, tour to be at UC Berkeley. This comes after 2 months after the anniversary of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. And so it's kind of disheartening to see how this played out, and it's crazy to me to know that you had people just completely losing their ish. And they're, I have no problem with people doing the First Amendment. You have every right to protest, do what your little heart desires. But when you start crossing that line, that's where I have a problem. And you silencing other people's voice while you're able to speak freely, I also have a problem with that. So let's go ahead and jump into these videos so we can get a better understanding of what's going on. And, I'll go ahead and let you give you guys my thoughts along the way. So let's jump right into it.
Let's go to the US now, where arrests have been made. Protesters gathered outside a Turning Point USA event as part of their tour at the University of California in Berkeley. The demonstration took place through the night as tensions escalated between police and the group.
Where were you 2 months ago today when you heard Charlie had been shot?
The Turning Point USA tour ended here at UC Berkeley with hundreds packed into Zellerbach Hall. Outside, students and other demonstrators chanted and protested throughout the night.
They're using our facilities and resources to do it, which I think is just crazy. It's like, go somewhere, we don't want you here.
Events like this should never happen on this campus or anywhere again.
As people here for the Turning Point USA event gathered here in line, they have just been let in, but as you can see, the protesters are upset, yelling at police who are standing there ready with riot gear.
Tensions escalated. Fights, fireworks, smoke bombs erupted.
And yet this is supposed to be the party of love, right? The ones that are supposed to be for free speech and against fascism and authoritarianism. But yet they're the ones that are stopping the discord. They're the ones that are stopping conversations. They're the ones that are stopping free speech. But that's because they only want their speech. You see how that works? They're the ones that are being authoritarian because they're the ones that are blocking all this. And it's so disgusting to see this. And, honestly, I used to be for free speech for all, right? And, my thought was to fight for everybody's right. But these are the people that are not going to fight for my right to speak. So why should I fight for theirs? And it's like you're between a rock and a hard place for this. Because if you don't fight for it, even for those disgusting people, you have an opportunity to lose your right. And so it's really hard to fight for these people. You know what I'm saying? But let's keep going.
Creating chaos and confusion. At least one person was hurt, multiple arrested. Attendees and supporters of Turning Point's founder Charlie Kirk not deterred.
When you see someone that courageous with their faith, you're like, why am I not that courageous with my faith? I want to be that courageous with my faith. I should be not afraid to wear a shirt that says Jesus on it, even though everyone looked at me today and gave me dirty looks. It's like, that's okay.
I want to encourage free ideas, expression.
Honestly, that is what pushed me over the edge to create my channel. I've been talking about wanting to do this for a while, and I'm not gonna lie, I kind of procrastinated. And I started thinking to myself, why am I allowing myself to be silenced? Why am I not letting my voice be heard? And when this happened with Charlie Kirk, it made me stop and think, and I stood still, and I was thinking to myself, now is the time. Now is the time. They took out a wonderful man, a great father and a great husband and a great friend and a person that was making a difference in the world, and they silenced his voice. And it really upset me. Like, I didn't know him. You know, I watched some of his videos along with like all these other YouTube videos that I watch from different YouTubers, and it just like was so disheartening to see the left cheer this on and celebrate his death, and they were happy that they silenced him. And I started looking on X, and I started seeing so many people willing to rise up and not be silenced. And I started thinking to myself, like, this is your chance, you know, your chance to be one of those voices and, you know, just rise up and, you know, just tell it like it is. You know, you do this all the time, you know, and you don't have a platform, but you definitely talk to a lot of people, and you try to have conversations and provide facts and have conversations with people to see why they think the way they do, and see if you could come to like a middle ground. And it sucks that someone had their voice silenced. So I was agreeing with a lot of people online saying, like, you know what, just because they thought they could silence him, they're not silencing the rest of us. We're going to go ahead and we're going to speak even louder. You will hear a roar from our group, like a lion's roar. It's going to be huge. And honestly, this is one of the reasons why I decided to step up. I don't care about the hate or people saying disgusting things to me or trying to silence me, because you know what? That's just going to make me do, you know, what they said in Captain America.
And she said, compromise where you can. But where you can't, don't. Even if everyone is telling you that something wrong is something right. Even if the whole world is telling you to move, it is your duty to plant yourself like a tree, look them in the eye and say no. You move.
I've told you guys a million times, I loved that clip and I love the sentiment behind the whole quote, because it's true. As Americans, as people who are conservative, we need to plant ourselves like a tree. We need to literally tell these people for them to move. We need to stand strong against all of this, because that's the only way our country will survive. But let's keep going.
I don't want one side to dominate the other, and I think there's valid points on both sides.
Speakers, including actor Rob Schneider, questioning free speech here on campus and addressing the protesters outside.
You're coming from a place of emotion, and that's tough.
Even without Kirk, the night and Turning Point USA tour concluded with his signature Prove Me Wrong format. Attendees given time to line up and ask questions or share their points of view.
So you saw that video. So I have this other one. This is also from Live Now from Fox News. This is also talking about Turning Point USA event. Protest turns violent in Berkeley, California. So let's go ahead and jump into that video.
We are seeing that KTVU Fox 2 is above that active protest scene. Let's watch a little bit of their coverage.
USA's event on campus tonight at Zellerbach Hall. That is the group Turning Point USA, founded by the late conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Some Cal students say they are disappointed with the school for allowing the event to happen. So far, at least 2 people have been detained, and that event starts in about an hour as you take a look at that large group outside of that event. We have seen that crowd continuing to grow as the afternoon has gone on. We want to show you some video from within the last hour. We've highlighted for you as some fights broke out in this crowd. Again, we know 2 people have been detained as emotions are high.
So you saw that, right? Some guy just came up to this guy who is just selling merch, okay? And just like tore like the shirt off and just like threw it to the ground. Like, that's disgusting. I'm sorry, but you're not going to get any sympathy from people if you're acting this way. You're acting like hooligans. And honestly, when me and my husband were talking about this, because we saw this last night, we were watching Cam Higby's live and JD's live, and they were all talking about this. And my husband was really upset, you know, because honestly, when Charlie Kirk was assassinated, that changed his heart. My husband used to be agnostic. He never believed in God. You know, ever since his grandmother passed, he turned his heart and his self away from God from that point on. And he told me this gave him a calling. This made him want to go back to God. And so we were lucky enough to go to a Turning Point USA event in Indiana. And it wasn't as crazy as this. But when we were watching this, he was telling me the same thing. Like, he was really upset. And he was like, dude, where are the people to back this guy up? He's like, that's crap that you're having this guy surrounded and being... Because, you know, my guy hates when people literally pile on one guy. Like, he has that belief, like, back in the day where it's like one-on-one fight, you know, make it fair. But when you're having people jump you, that ain't fair. And other people should have jumped in to help this guy out. And so he was really upset by that, seeing that, you know, this guy was getting demolished by these ignorant people. And, you know, he was saying, like, man, I wish I was there. You know, I would have definitely stepped in. He's like, this is crap. This is bull crap. Where are the police? Why are they arresting him? Like, he was just super mad because he felt like this was just so unjust to have somebody get, you know, they're just there to make money. They're just there to sell merch. They're just there to send, you know, push out their message. They're not hurting anybody. And for these people to do that, that's disgusting. And all those people should have been arrested. But let's keep going.
And tensions are high as we saw some of those protesters clashing with people waiting in line to get inside. We know the university has added enhanced security measures. They've called in a lot of police from Berkeley as well as UC Berkeley, and Turning Point USA has also hired some of their own independent security to be on campus. There are strict policies to actually get inside of Zeller Bach Hall, but we know certainly tensions are high outside of Zeller Bach Hall right now. We want to show you some more video here of some of that law enforcement presence as they took at least one person. They detained at least 2 people so far, but video of one of them being detained and put in the back of a police car. Again, we know Berkeley police are on hand, private security, as well as UC Berkeley's own campus police. This is a situation that we are continuing to monitor tonight, and we will bring you any updates as these things develop tonight ahead of...
See, right there. I'm like trying to point out my screen. Right there. So you see this guy right here. He's gonna snatch this guy's stuff, which is what's gonna basically kick off this whole thing. Watch.
This event set to start in the next hour.
See that? So it was the guy that came from right here, down here, and this guy went up to this guy. So it was almost like a bait and switch, which is disgusting. Like, again, this should not be allowed. And I'm sorry, but those people should be arrested. And this guy right here that got beat up should be vindicated. He should be let go with no charges.
And I'm hearing from our producers here that today does mark 2 months since the assassination of Charlie Kirk. We don't have our raw helicopter feed of that situation anymore, but this is how Fox News was classifying this. They say a bloody brawl broke out near the Turning Point USA event at Berkeley in California as agitators staged a protest. 2 men spotted fighting as a mob formed around, and then police were called in. Several arrests ending up being made. We'll let you know if KT...
So we have that video. We also have this video from Fox News Clips. It is a bloody brawl breaks out ahead of Turning Point USA event. So this is just a really quick clip. Let's go ahead and go into it.
All right, Turning Point USA is making its final college tour stop at UC Berkeley. Some very angry far-left protesters did show up. Our very own Claudia Cowan is on the ground. She has more tonight. I heard a violent fight broke out tonight, Claudia?
That's right, Sean. I am with some of these protesters right now. Tensions here really began to boil over about an hour ago when a group of about 50 protesters began throwing rocks and bottles at police, who you can see are out here in force with riot masks and batons at the ready, trying to keep ticket holders for tonight's event separated from this loud and raucous crowd, many waving Palestinian flags and chanting "No fascists in Berkeley," among other slogans. One protester breached the barricade and was quickly taken down and handcuffed in a a separate incident, 2 other people got into a bloody brawl. Several people have reportedly been taken into custody. Tonight's event is the final stop on the rebranded This Is the Turning Point tour, and comes exactly 2 months after founder Charlie Kirk was assassinated at a Turning Point event at Utah Valley University. Headlining here tonight are comedian Rob Schneider and Christian activist and author Frank Turek. As you can see, security is very tight. Sean, UC Berkeley is known as the birthplace of the free speech movement, but this famously liberal campus does not always welcome conservative speakers. And so, as you can see, we now have a standoff. Back to you.
And as you can tell, they don't like free speech, but yet it's the birthplace of free speech. Make that make sense, guys. Oh my gosh. So I have this final video for us to watch. This comes from APT. And so this has to do with, and it kind of gives you more insight of what's going on. It's talking about the chaos at UC Berkeley. Police clash with Antifa protesters ahead of the TPUSA event honoring Charlie Kirk. So let's go ahead and jump right into the video.
Like to be remembered as a misogynistic, racist, enabeler by your grandchildren. What's it like to be on the wrong side?
And it does say the source is from X at Frontline Lines TPUSA. Now what you're seeing here is people that are going into the event or leaving the event that have to be literally walked by police to have them protected. Honestly, my little sassy butt, if I was there and I saw these people trying to like talk to me the way these people are talking, I'd probably just be flipping them off, walking by them. Yeah. My hubby was like, because he went with me to the Turning Point USA event in Indiana, he was like, he would do this.
Adios, turd nuggets.
Yeah, that's what my guy said he would do. Only because, you know, we're not very serious people and we just give no, you know? But let's keep going. Coming from the group that is probably George Soros funded. Yeah. Okay, guys. And most of those people are little libtards that probably have trust funds. So, yeah, ain't nobody gonna be listening to your little rhetoric. I'm just saying. See, I told you. My little spicy self, because, you know, I am Latin, so I'm probably way too spicy because I would just be going off. I wouldn't care. And, you know, my hubby, like I said, he Puerto Rican. So he's even more spicy than me. He's got that sofrito spice in him. So he'd be a lot more spicier than me. So you got two spicy people that would be there. So, yeah. Even though we're not left-leaning, trust me, we're not. I'm very more right-leaning than my dude. He's more like a centrist, probably like Tim Pool, you know, little fence sitter. But I'm definitely way more conservative than him. I'm just a little more realistic and a lot more spicy than your average conservatives. Most conservatives, you know, they try to be polite and not say anything. They'll hold back. I ain't the one. Sorry, guys. I'm probably the outside of the norm of conservative. But I definitely hold a lot of conservative values. But let's keep going.
Peter Thiel's dick, you asshole! Jesus loves you, man.
Hernandez at UC Berkeley at the TPUSA Out of the Bay protest. Now, it is about 7 p.m. at this point, but this has been going on since 4:30, and my friends, it has been absolute chaos. Now, at the beginning of the night, you quickly had 2 people that were arrested. One person was a Trump supporter, another was an Antifa member, and as the Trump supporter was getting arrested, he stated that the Antifa member came and tried to steal his stuff, resulting in the altercation.
Which you guys saw in the video where I pointed it out that some dude came up to him and was like I said, they were probably trying to distract him while some other freaking dude came and snatched some stuff and then threw it to the ground, which was such bullcrap. So I'm hoping with all this video footage that they'll let this guy go and arrest the other 2 Nimrods.
Now that happened fairly quickly at the beginning of the protest, and everything just evolved since then. Now this is actually the entrance to the TPUSA event tonight, and the attendee line actually stretched out this way, and it kind of stretched into this area so people could get into this conference center behind me. Now what ended up happening is this huge swarm of protesters, many of which are trans members, some of them are furries, and of course many Antifa members and Antifa aligned groups, they all ended up swarming those attendees. Now one of the Antifa members actually lit off a flare, smoke started going everywhere, and then another protester drove past in his vehicle. It started backfiring multiple times. It kind of sounded like gunshots. I could see the visible fear in many of the attendees' eyes, and they all started swarming into this area. Now please quickly let them pass these barriers to essentially protect them and help with their safety, because the mob then quickly started descending on these barriers. Now they have multiple times tried to break this area down and break these barriers down, and they have been chanting all night, calling attendees of this event fascists, Nazis, anti-Semites. They've been calling them every single name in the book, while simultaneously saying that Nazis need to be killed. Now they have also been mocking the death of Charlie Kirk, and I have seen several signs tonight glorifying and celebrating Charlie's death. So that is the protest in attendance tonight. Those are the people inside. You even had people chanting, F your homie is dead, referring to Charlie Kirk. So that's an idea of how chaotic it has been out here at UC Davis. The next challenge is going to be how attendees now leave this event, as this entrance is completely blocked with very aggressive protesters.
Now that guy is the guy that was victimized. He was the guy that was just out there selling his merch, and you had all these people starting surrounding him. They're blowing smoke in his face. Then they try to snatch his stuff. And then that's when the fight broke out. So this is the guy before the situation happened.
Fuck
you, fascists!
Fuck you, fascists!
Fuck you, fascists!
Fuck you, fascists!
Chingala migra!
Chingala migra!
Not gonna lie, when I hear white people saying that in Spanish, oh my god, it's just freaking hilarious. Like, y'all need to stop.
Chingala migra!
Chingala migra!
Chingala migra! Fuck you, fascists!
Fuck you, fascists!
Fuck you, fascists!
Fuck you, fascists!
Chingala migra! Chingala migra!
Talk about kidnapping!
Just take away.
Why are they kidnapping
us? Christ is Lord.
Fuck ICE! 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 We're gonna start our first speech of the night.
Stop the kidnapping! Stop the deportation!
Jesus Christ is the Messiah, and He will be returned.
We're queer!
The first speech of the night. I would like to welcome Antonio from Students Organizing for Liberation. Hello. I first want to thank all of you all for coming out here. And I do want to pay attention to our comrade right here. They have a point within the student movement. It is not enough to say fuck fascism when we don't tell why we need it.
You saw it, right? That guy right there with the military coat, and they went and just snatched his stuff and threw it on the ground. Like, that's such disrespect, man. Like, this guy's not harming anybody. And these people are just so straight ignorant. Like, I don't condone violence, but, you know, it did make my blood boil, so I understand how my dude felt, you know?
Okay, this is it.
Guys, that's exactly what they want. That's exactly what they want.
Break it up! Break it up! Break it up! Private police, break it up! Break it up! Break it up! The guy with the red! The guy with the red! The guy with the red! Break it up! Break it up! Police! Break it up! Police! Break it up! Hey, white boy! Break it up! You're bleeding, bitch! Yep. Stop! Hey, white boy! You're bleeding! White boy! Break it up! Break it up! What happened? What happened? Relax. Relax.
I didn't do nothing. Relax.
What happened, white boy? Hey, white boy, what the fuck happened?
Guy tried to rob me. Okay.
Can you guys step back, please? You guys come film with us.
No.
Just a little.
Chill out. Hey, you got cracked up. You got cracked up. Hey, white boy, you learned your lesson?
Back up. Back up. Back up. What's your name?
Exactly. You hear Savannah Hernandez, she's like, shouldn't you be arresting the people that beat him up? It's like you're literally taking the victim into custody. Like, are you kidding me? Hello, stupids.
All he's doing is selling shirts. Why aren't they getting arrested for beating him up? Why are you arresting the people that beat him up?
No, I used to be Charlie Kirk.
I
got fucking robbed, bro.
Hey, we're gonna get you medical attention, okay? Just relax. You'll be remembered as a martyr. I don't need medical attention. You made fucking chain back, dog. Post this on Facebook.
They should be arresting the people that beat them up.
Back up, please. Back it up.
Where's the people that beat them up? They should be arrested.
Back it up. Back up.
Keep everybody back. Video, bro. Everybody back. I did not. Hey, whoa. I need my phone and my key. I need my phone and my key. No. Steal my shit. Steal my shit. My keys, my keys.
Push him out. Make a good circle. We're back. Yeah.
That piece of, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, can never be me. I swear to God. Oh my God, I swear. That's why I told you guys, like, I would have probably boxed it out because I would have went old school. Like, honestly, I'm not the one. Y'all don't understand how spicy Latinas are. Like, bruh. Mad props to that one white American chick that beat the crap out of a bunch of Antifa. Mad respect for that lady. That would have been me with these freaking mother effers. You know what I'm saying? Because that's ridiculous. And the fact that the cops are not doing anything, and I get it, they're just trying to, you know, like, calm everybody down and see what's going on. But still, they should have arrested a bunch of people. It shouldn't have just been 2 people and one of them being the victim.
One step back.
Try to get in front of them so they back up out of my line. Are you waiting for cameras? Yeah, man, that's where we are. Stay here, wait for us. Here we are. The other guys use your ball, go on that We're going to be making a hole soon, so if y'all just... Whoa! Whoa! Hey, we push it out. All right. Let's push it out and make a hole.
So yeah, that's basically what happened. And I believe they do like an instant replay. But the thing is that honestly, I don't condone violence. Like, I think that should be the last resort. But I also am a big believer in, you know, you protect yourself. You have the right to defend yourself. And if people want to put hands on you, then the way I was raised was, my mom used to always tell me, if someone puts hands on you, then you need to finish it. Just because they started it, you definitely need to finish it. And yeah, that would definitely be something I would do. But like I said, I don't condone the violence. I don't think anybody should be hurting anybody. And I think that these people are just taking it way too far. And again, I just have that whole mindset of, like, you know, V from Vendetta, the scene where, you know, the fingerman, you know, he accidentally, you know, murks the little girl, and then, you know, hell broke loose. And I feel like with the violence just going up and up and up like the way it is, we're so much teetering at civil war that every day I wonder, like, is today going to be the day? And it's crazy because I never know what each day brings. And it just seems to be escalating right before our eyes. And I wish I could be one of those people that sit there and be oblivious to everything. But unfortunately, I ain't the one. So all I could do is provide you guys the facts and let you guys see what's going on and let you guys make your own decisions and thoughts of what you think. And I know we're not going to always agree on everything, and that's okay, you know, because, you know, that's what makes us people. You know, we have the right to our own opinions. But I definitely don't think violence is the way, and I don't know how to come back from this. And it sucks that this is happening in America. But I just wanted to kind of bring this story to you guys because this is what's making its rounds. You guys let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What do you think is happening here? You know, who do you think is in the wrong? When do you foresee the tipping point for us where it's just going to be full out blowing civil war? I want to thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Till next time, guys.